You log into a Roblox game expecting to treat sick puppies and kittens, but you quickly find yourself trapped in a medical facility serving as a front for illicit corporate experiments. And the monsters stalking the halls might actually be the kidnapped family members of your patients. At first glance, Animal Hospital presents a standard customer service loop. You stand behind the reception desk, stamp patient intake forms, run basic diagnostics, and hand out medicine to a colorful cast of animal characters. The routine is constantly interrupted by horrific anomalies. You might take a patient's photograph, only to realize the creature in front of you is a face-stealing skinwalker. Or you look up to find a massive, fleshy blob of eyes hanging from the ceiling. The official protocol provided by your employer is strictly operational. If a monster attacks, you stun it with a standard-issue taser and immediately get back to processing the cue.
You are explicitly discouraged from asking any questions. The sheer volume of these attacks forces you to look closer at the building itself. You have to wonder if these creatures are actually breaking in from the outside, or if they are being manufactured right here inside the hospital walls. Dr. Harlow initially plays the role of a helpful guide, but his demeanor changes the moment he thinks the cameras aren't watching. Between tutorials, he can be seen hunched over his desk, obsessively guarding a specific set of files. Dr. Harlow and other upper-level executives are frequently seen pacing the halls, firmly gripping heavy metal briefcases that are explicitly stamped top secret. These executives all report to a parent company known simply as the Animal Corporation. They control every aspect of the hospital's operations, and they keep their staff under intense surveillance. We learn the extent of this control through Liz, a former staff member who recently returned to the hospital grounds. Liz acted as a whistleblower. During her shifts, she discovered that the corporation was actively documenting and then covering up the spread of a dangerous viral infection among the patients. When she tried to expose the data, upper management immediately terminated her contract. Firing a nurse for reporting a viral outbreak shows deliberate suppression of evidence. The Animal Corporation is systematically silencing any employee who documents the infection, turning the entire hospital into an active cover-up operation. Losing your job is the best-case scenario. As you survive more shifts, you realize that both patients and medical staff are actively vanishing from the premises. This is undeniable when a rat patient named Ratthew permanently disappears, leaving behind a single physical item for the player, a heavy brass key. Rathew's key unlocks a compartment the corporation failed to scrub clean, a hidden safe tucked away behind a poster in Examination Room 5. Inside the safe sits a Polaroid photograph. It depicts Rathew's twin sister, a young woman named RATTINA, who had gone missing weeks earlier. Tucked right next to the photograph is a corporation document detailing a recent laboratory trial. The note states that a biological experiment was a complete success. The document ends with a highly specific and ominous clinical observation. It reads, "The shadow now sees everything." We know RATTINA was employed by the corporation prior to her disappearance. Finding her photo locked alongside documentation of a successful biological trial reveals her true fate. She was forced into the testing program and physically altered. In the sterile halls of the hospital, the term shadow isn't figurative. It's a description of a tangible entity. It refers to a towering, pitch-black figure that frequently peers around the corners of the hospital's long, empty corridors. This entity, known as the Stalker, roams the building following a very different pattern than the other monsters. It doesn't lunge or snarl, it watches. Unlike the skinwalkers or the fleshy anomalies, you cannot fight this creature. If you try to shoot it or hit it with your high-voltage taser, the weapons have absolutely zero effect. There is only one way to make the stalker retreat. When it approaches the reception desk and hands you an intake form, you have to pull out your camera and take its photograph. This interaction reveals the experiment. Standard weapons target biological threats, but a camera flash provides intense light, disrupting the shadow form. The camera acts as a diagnostic tool, revealing the shadow isn't a new species, but a remnant of the employee subjected to the procedure. The truth is, the stalker is RATTINA. When she approaches the reception window holding that application, she is not trying to scare you. She is trying to use her old credentials to check herself in for help.
Every shift you work is built on a lie. You are walking through an active corporate crime scene, inadvertently acting as a guard for a facility that mutilates its own staff.